Hey y'all, I'm waiting for this to start. It's a bunch of BS. I had some problem with a free game I downloaded on Xbox today as well. It's telling me something about accounts or something. Anyway, Windows is a bunch of screwed up mess. Always has been. Ever since I've been dealing with it, it's been terrible. And I just see myself connect here on this little app I'm using to forward it over to Twitch and DLive. I mean, Trovo and DLive Twitch. It should be on Twitch now. There'll be no mic during this gameplay. I just gotta get me a replacement extension cord so I can use the headset. That's the only way I'm ever gonna have mic. Everything else fails. They have all this desktop mic is a really damn good mic, so it's a shame. Let's see if it ever got it. Yeah, they should be connected on Trovo and DLive now. Then I'm gonna go over to the other side of the room where the Xbox and the TV's at. I gotta log back into this. Hold on. I didn't connect because it's too big for my freaking internet. Yeah, they should be connected. Yes. That's me on Trovo. I'm in the Trovo room. Okay, I'm going to the other side of the room. Just making sure I still have PS5 sound. Testing 1, 2. My mic's still working. PS5 still working. Yes, it's still working. Testing 1, 2. Trying to see if this headset is working. Take a minute here. I'll have to wait a minute. Now I've lost that TV remote. That Miracast is too loud. I had to turn it down some as well. There we go. Thing's right at my face, though. I hate that. It doesn't go down like the old one does. The broken one. That's probably going to drive me crazy. I may have to forget it. Let's see if I can put it that way. I don't put it over my freaking ears. It makes my ears sweat. You notice when the mic doesn't adjust down. I may just forget having a mic. I wonder where the old one. Oh yeah, that's cordless. The Miracast is too loud. I had to turn it down some as well. It'll be another minute or two. I got to make sure I got mic. Oh, it's hot in here today. I don't care what it is outside. It's freaking hot in this house. And Windows hadn't got along since 2001 when I first got on my computer. Okay, ready to start here in a minute. I have to be real careful not to get my elbow. I used to have this teacher. She'd scream, "Get your elbows off the table." He's talking about the desk, of course. Oh, I'm not right. Hold on. Just gonna put a strain on my back. I was trying to be careful not get on the mic cord. I should be right. Right here. Right here. You know, I do like the PS5 for one thing, if you can stream from it. I like its built-in microphone on the controller. No fight, no hooking things up. Just turn unmute it. I finished that water out. Nothing to do. Just hit the little orange button and you're on. Boy, it's hot in here. What a mercy. Literally sweating. I don't know how accurate it is, but they say 2.0 is finally here. Let's talk about COVID 2.0, Omicron. Boy, 1 was horrible. People are going to say what they want to, but if you get all the full symptoms, it's not just the cold. I believe somebody who had it, it doesn't feel anything like a cold. And that ain't just my imagination. I grew up taking every time any kid come to school sick. I usually got it. I never had anything like that. No flu, no cold, no nothing like that. But it was made in a lab. And Moderna was a big part of it. And that's all I can say. I can't discuss that here. That'd have to be podcast discussion. If I ever return to the podcast. I keep wanting to do it, but then I don't want to do it. But then I want to do it because I want to expose these bastards. I may just go back to writing songs about them. You know, that's what Dave Mustaine did for all them years. He wrote songs about them. Making sure I'm still working. Moderna had it in 15 and 16 in their labs. So keep going and getting their shots when they're the ones that created it. I'd stay far away from Moderna. Even if you're going to get a shot, don't get Moderna. Uh-oh, I just don't know what to do with that remote. I don't know what to do with the remote. I don't got enough sound on my PC. A boob tube. I had a teacher who used to call it the boob tube. Her name was Mrs. Heron. She's long gone, so I'm not publicizing her. Do you know she was around with my uncle? And he died in '63 at a gunshot wound to the head, mysteriously. They never proved how he died. They told lies, in other words, a bunch was around him. I'm not anti-gun either, by the way. You know, some people use that as an excuse to be anti-gun. My mother never was either. I wasn't even alive when he died. I was born in '75. He died in '63. Was it '62 or '63? I may be telling y'all a lie. It may be '62. '62 or '63.
Get inside. It's straight ahead.
Oh yeah, I played this mission before and I failed it. She was around then, though. She was a teacher then or something. She looked just the freaking same. I couldn't believe it. The same. My mama seen her right before she died. She was the same then, just had gray hair. She had jet black hair when I was born.
How are you doing?
A bit of different in that picture. Just it gave me chills seeing it. You know, he'd been dead a long time. Same, I'm telling you, she was the same. She was like black and white. You know, like The Shining, and you see Jack in there in 1929 or whatever, and he's grinning. That was Miss Aaron. Mrs. Aaron. What was she miss? I don't know. I guess she didn't marry. Yeah, she had children.
Stop walking around and go inside the room.
Stop looking around. Go inside the room. Is it this room? No, it ain't that room. Oh, yeah. No, it ain't that room. Wrong one. I don't remember which one to go on. No, I got stuck in this mission. I don't even remember if I ever finished it.
Welcome. Put the money upon the table.
I can't hear. I don't got enough sound on my
You're
TV.
messing with me? Show me the money.
Oh, the money on the
I
table.
have my main man Chavez to fetch you
There's
guys
the money on the
You
table.
guys hang around.
You know, I seen her in '83, '84, and '85.
Put your masks on.
Chicken Head, I need to play him. Got him. Got that schmuck. That drug dealing schmuck. Drug dealing garbage. Now they're getting me. Of course, I guess we are too. We're criminals in this game. Oh god, did I shoot a heisted? Damn it, I shot a heisted. It about got me, y'all. Didn't mean to shoot the heisted. There's another one. I'm not doing too well today. Guess it's this position. Keep from getting on that mic cord. Oh. Dumbass.
Keep going up.
Dumbass dope thing.
You must have ship a break up
Can't take too much more of this. I could really use a medic bag.
Guy with the key, that's what you gotta get. Guy with the freaking key. I'll find him. I remember now. I'm about dead.
It's over there.
Damn, the door is locked. It's Travis's joint, so he must have a key.
Where at?
You can find him higher up in the building.
Come on, find him.
Find that piece of shit. Find that piece of garbage. Find that piece of shit. I'm going outside. He won't be outside, damn it. He'll be inside the place.
Come on, find him.
You need to find Travis to get the key.
Find it, muck.
You'll know who he is when you see him.
Go up. Where the hell could he be? Where the hell that dirt bag be?
You fucked up big time.
Is that dirt bag? Got dirt bag and got his key. Grabs it. No, he's inside.
We still need the key from Travis to get through that door. Find him.
Is that him? God, he got me. Where's he at? He get away again? A schmuck get away again?
Dang, you need to find Travis to get the key. Believe me.
Well, I gotta find him again.
See him.
Crossing back.
Now I gotta wait on him to restore me, but I can still shoot.
He's there.
There you are, you evil puss.
It's here.
Got it.
Time to open the red door.
Got the key, damn it. Now we go find that red door. That red door. I guess they're just as bad as he is. But I'm not, so.
That's the police. Down on the ground. Prepare for action. Get down.
Here we go in the red wound.
Set up the buzz saws. Two on the sides of the panic room and two on
Nice.
the floor below.
Check your six.
I'm missing him. How the hell am I? I'm just not doing too good today. At all. Probably definitely gonna fail today. I don't remember if I ever solved this one or not. Been so long.
Set up the buzz saws. Two on the sides of the panic room and two on the floor below.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I kept having trouble with this right here. I couldn't never find the other one. We'll do this one first. Love that music.
Set up the buzz saws. Two on the sides of the panic room and two on the floor below.
You better get the pig. You better get the pig. They're gonna get me. I shouldn't really participate in that kind of language. I'm not anti-police. I'm an anti-police state, but not anti-police. We need the police.
Set up the buzz saws. Two on the sides of the panic room and two on the floor below.
I'd be for disbanding the feds, though. I don't see anything good they do. You have a good agent over here and there, but most of the stuff they're doing is crummy and underhand. By setting up January 6 people. People that just wanted to see their country restored.
Set up the buzz saws. Two on the sides of the panic room.
And they've done a whole lot worse. over the years, even before I was born. Sorry, I ain't got no love for them. You know, Tupac used to rap about it. I ain't got no love for them. And I don't care that they know it. We gotta speak out in this country. They're trying to make that illegal, though. They're wanting it to be illegal to speak out against them. See, that's what really January 6th is about. And other attacks. And other attacks. One man I can't mention. They want to silence us from questioning anything they do. And even when you read the Bible, you got the right to question right and wrong. They'd silence the Bible too if they had their opportunity. I'm glad a lot of atheists are finally waking up to that. You know, in the old days they were all out anti-Bible, but now some of them have actually woken up and say some of the stuff you people's doing is not right. That's why in some ways we shouldn't always give these people hard times that disagree with us. Because they're set in their thinking. Sometimes even we're set in our thinking. You have to work to keep your mind where you're not set in one way. I used to be ignorant with the Bible and stuff. Still am a lot of ways. That beating myself up over the silly stuff. Sweating the silly stuff. Of course I know that's the Holy Spirit working. He's telling you when you're not in power with him. But sometimes I can be silly. Stay frosty, I love that. When society does get rid of the police, though, they're going to find out how much they needed them. When the criminals turn loose. You see the kind of stuff I do with that girl in that video game. See, she don't have nothing to answer to. Because even in that video game, if she gets killed, she's going to come back to life. So I just run wild with her. And that's the way criminals will be. Did that one get done? Now they won't be able to not die. But there won't be nobody to hold them accountable. They'll have to run into the bigger man with the guns. You know who's the man with the master plan? They'll have to run into the bigger man. It'll be like the Walking Dead. All them people in there. They have to run into the bigger one. Take the old one down. That's what it'll be. And nobody wants to see the world of that. No, I don't want to see it. You'll probably find out a lot sooner because these police officers are going to get scared to deal with people. Because most of these people that got themselves killed got themselves. There's very few instances that they're really, really innocent. Sometimes. Like that's passing some bill in Nashville about some old schmuck that was getting violent in a bar. Have you ever been around violent people in a bar? I had one actually jump me from behind one time. Now, if I could have got to him, I would have took care of him, but the security got him. You know what I told him? I told that one that stood with me. He stayed with me for about 5-10 minutes after it happened. I told him, I said, y'all better be glad y'all drug him out of here because I'd have got hold of him with my king. He said, you would have? I said, oh yeah. I said, the only reason I didn't get him is because I couldn't get to him. He had me pinned to the freaking ground. If you've ever been around violent people, you know, you'll understand why sometimes they probably need to get rough with them. Because he was black, they've made a big deal, and now they're passing a law just because of his color of his skin. This douchebag was white that attacked me. He was a schmuck.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
It wasn't a bar, but it was associated with a bar. It was their back light. It was one of their outdoor events.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
I just got left the comment. I said, obviously these lawmakers have never been inside a bar. Don't know what it's like. Or they wouldn't be criticizing the security guard getting rough with them. They're trying to make it illegal in Nashville. You can tell they've never seen it, or in Tennessee. You tell they've never seen the inside of one.
Set up the buzzsaws.
They've never been around them animals.
2 on the floor below.
You can't turn animals loose. I don't care what color they are. You gotta have some control. People just run wild over you. Ooh, this drink's horrible. Hope it ain't flavor or anything. Nah, it's just water.
Set up the
I like the bottle though. The bottle's thick. That's the way they all should always be. You know, they want all these green bottles. That's the way they should be. Right there. Oh, it needs to be restarted. Now I'm going to have to try to find the other 2 songs. I can never find them. That's why I failed this mission every time. Gotta find the freaking song.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
2 below. But I could never find them. And even when they showed, they wouldn't do anything. I couldn't get them to activate them. I think I did run into them. It had one of them arrows where it wouldn't work. And then I got killed and I died and the mission was over.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
In the eyes of God, we're all the same. But you do have to have some rules in society. If you don't, it's chaos, disorder, death, destruction. That's the way I look at it. And if they get saved and they get freed before anything happens to them, God bless them. But if they don't, there has to be consequences for bad behavior. I'm sorry. You can't just go justifying everything just because we're all the same in the Lord. And yes, they deserve a right to have the chance to repent too. But I mean, if they're out doing violent things, you can't just let innocent people get hurt because they've got a right to get saved. Just sorry. I'm sorry. You got to have common sense about this stuff as well.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2
I mean, when they're out trying to hurt somebody, that's a different thing. They're just living their life and they're quote unquote living in sin. That's between them and God. When they're out here doing violent stuff,
Finders keepers, gang. Finders
maybe it's around here somewhere. I always lose it. I hear that as a justification at times. I've had that people throw that in my face because I'm a Christian.
panic room and 2 on the floor below.
I've literally had them do it. Of course, I know they're trying to set a trap for you. You know, they used to do that to Jesus. And he was smart. He always knew how to get out of it. Because he knew what they was thinking. They're just trying to expose that you're not Christian. That's what they're doing. They're trying to expose. They're on this mission to expose you that you're not a Christian. Oh, look at this hypocrite. They're out to expose that hypocrite. When you gotta have rules in society. Sad as it may seem. And it is sad for somebody to die and go straight to hell. It'd be sad because they're gonna spend millions of years there. Billions of years. They're never gonna get out. Now the best way to them, I mean, they are ministries that does this, and it's good. Like they'll go in the gangs, and they'll become, or they come out of the gangs, and they'll still go back and use their testimony to save other people. And it happens. It's a miracle. It's a miracle of God. They can turn people around. Okay, let's see. I've got to find that room. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Where did it? Keeps pointing that way. God, I ran into a whole swole bubble. Chicken Head. Wednesdays, I'm gonna play Chicken Head. I love Chicken Head. He's my favorite mask in this thing. Besides that skeleton. Oh God, I'm shooting Chicken Head. I'm shooting the Chicken Head. I didn't mean to. Okay, let's see. Where is it? I'm trying, man, on the phone. Oh Lord, I hate the flash phone. Well, I tell you, as far as beliefs and stuff, I am a Christian. There's a lot of things I need to fix. And I'm working on it. Work in progress. But at least I'm not lying to you, I admit it. But I don't think my sense of justice is one of those. You have to have justice and stuff too. And you won't even want to use that argument. We're not, you know, they like to say this, we're not a Christian nation. But they wouldn't like you using it on that. So they always make that their argument. We are, though. We were. Go read their founding papers. Okay, here's the
I know there's at least two of them, at least.
They never intended to exclude God. They just didn't want a religion being lifted up. There's a difference. They just kept it open so everybody could worship. These extreme liberals has turned it into something else. Where is it? Oh, we're gonna go downstairs. It's okay, let's see. Now, let me go in here. I'm gonna go find the room here. And I'll try to go exactly underneath it. So, now we see. We're gonna go underneath it. Hope I can keep up with it. Where's them freaking steps? Goes down. Okay. So I'm going to... I love how they're dressed in this one. You know what it reminds me of? They used to be these troopers in G.I. Joe. They would drive them things. What were those called? They were Cobra. It dressed just like them. Points that way. Then when you turn that way, it points out here. Oh God, he's gonna hit me. I was too busy trying to figure out which way that thing is. They once again just about got me KO'd. Oh Lord, I found some bad stuff. Miami Vice stuff. Driving the train on cook. I think they used to, according to Alice Jones, and I'm not mentioning politics here, he told they used to use that for the rise, you know, like they used to, nothing now to use Viagra. That's according to him. I don't really know much about stuff like this. I've never been, my family wasn't involved in nothing like that, and talking about my media thing. My mother, my father, or my sister. I'm pretty sure my other might not been either. I don't know her as well as I do the rest of us, but I'd say yeah. I know us, we would. You know me, I don't even like marijuana. I bet you about it. You know I wouldn't touch something like that. I'll sing songs about me, but I won't touch it. But that Get Stoned song, it's just too good. And I realize I sing it sing it pretty close to how it's sung. So I like singing it. Okay, let's see. Okay, oh, I never did find that. We're gonna have to go back in there and find that. Dude, I was innocent before I got onto the internet to a lot of things. A lot of things. There's probably things I'm still innocent to. And I pray to keep that innocence. Because I got the worst mouth. Like I'll hear them things in that GTA sometimes scream some of the same things I'll scream. I'm thinking, God, I know where I got it. My music and TV. But I probably run into a lot of it on the internet. Chat rooms. I used to stay in the internet chat rooms. Art Bell used to tell how bad those things were. That's the great Art Bell. When it was the radio host. Night. I was listening to Coast to Coast last night. Okay, there's a step. Let's see if we can go up. Oh yeah, I probably need to go downstairs though. Yeah, they dress just like Cobra. Whew. About out of life. About out of life. Won't be able to play long days. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Family Friday. I'm usually not on Fridays. Finally Friday.
No one walks away.
That ought to teach up some manners. I'm sure they'll come back for more.
Okay, now I've got to go find that room. Where's the room that was at? The red room.
Set up the buzzsaws. Two on the sides of the panic room and two on the
I got some new, they were cheap. But I got some, playing games similar to this for Nintendo Switch. 3 of them. I'll try them as soon as I can.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
One was on sale, but it was $2.99 on sale. I thought I'd try it. I like these games. Were you running from the police?
3 assailants confirmed. Might be more.
Running from the police. You tell where everybody's mindset's today, though.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
Which I always used to like the motorcycle game, that game where you would race, road race. It's fun to play a criminal on the internet, but you don't want to be one in real life. That means you're a scumbag. Being in a video game. Or if say if you was an actor playing a TV character, I'd probably be okay with that too. Indeed, if I was an actor, I'd probably be drawn to those roles because I'm kind of drawn to those video games. But at the same time, I have no desire to be a real life scumbag. You know, it don't always happen. Indeed, if you listen to that Peacock, he's a former police officer. He tells how a lot of people, usually it's girls, they get into it over women. That's their number one thing, they usually get into it. Like they'll go kill some husband or get talked into that. Get talked into things to get even with ex-lovers, etc. Then you got the drugs and alcohol thing that gets them in trouble. Where they get to the point where they'll do anything for that high. Including get out here and commit drug crimes. Which is always sad, by the way. People think it's because they hear me mean, talking mean, I'm mean. I really do have heart for these people. Because somebody loves them, you know. And there's a bunch of rock stars that died on their drugs and alcohol. And I do feel sorry for them, but at the same time, crime-wise, I have to put my foot in. Because you have to draw a line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just can't feel sorry for the person when they're in the crime. Like, say these guys right here, they're committing crime. And they get killed by the police, they pretty much deserve it. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you would still want that person, like, say, if they was in your community, your church or something, in your family, you'd be wanting to get that person help. But if they got out and they were committing a crime and they got killed during that crime, I would have to blame the substance and not the police or something. You know what I'm saying? But that'd be my first thoughts. Like, say, George Floyd. He got choked to death. He was having all kinds of... He was trying to get better. Instead of getting mad, my response would have been, well, if he just got off those drugs, he could have straightened his life out. That would have been my thoughts. And I wouldn't have thought anything else of it. And I'd have been sad. And if he was kin to me, I'd be mourning. But I would still know the problem. The root of the problem was this habit. And I know most people aren't agreeing with me there in today's world. That's how I was raised. That's how we was raised. And that thing, I got an intro that goes on about the drunks and all that. I got that from Rough Talk, you know, like, I even made it in a deep voice. Although sometimes I do get irritated with drunk. I'm not 100% against people. I don't judge you. I'll leave the judging up to God. But you can turn your life around and be something great. And that alcohol could be your biggest testimony, or that drug. Peacock preaches an end. Right. They both preach that all the time, both of them. That could be your biggest testimony for the Lord. Getting over that stuff. Getting it out of your life. Cleaning your life up. That could be your biggest testimony. It doesn't rule you out. It would to religious people. Not Christ. See, there's a difference. When I run into people like those people, I'm thinking, boy, you must be really bad. Well, he can't serve in the church, or he can't do this and that. Look at what he used to do. Do you know what he used to do? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, well, what are you doing? That's what I'm thinking when I hear stuff like that. I'm thinking, what are you doing, son? Or daughter, or woman, or sister, or brother? I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Boy, you must be really doing something. You gotta give. That's just me. If I offend somebody with that, so be it. The only people I think that would get offended will be religious people. And I don't know how I got on this discussion. I guess discussing my ignorance of cocaine. And finding it in this game. I'm glad I'm ignorant about it, though. I'm glad the only thing I know about it's what I've heard. Because I don't want to be a drug addict. I don't have a desire. One of the things that helped me not want a desire like that, and I probably wouldn't have anyway, just seeing what it done to other people was enough to say to me, I don't even want to drink, because I've seen bads of that too. I've seen it tear people's lives apart. Now, I'm not going to go into details, but there has been family people that it happened to and torn apart. And that alone, just seeing all that when I was growing up, was enough to keep me away from it. Well, I don't judge anybody. Did I find it? Is it right there? It's closed. I can't get to it. Oh, it must be on the other side of that. Or is that one in the red room? That's the same one. You gotta get downstairs. And I can't find it once I get down. There has to be somewhere you go to get to that. I don't judge anybody that gets into that stuff, but I don't want nothing to do with it. Like even drinking can get out of hand if you let it. So I just chose not to get involved in it. It ain't got nothing to do with my Christianity. I mean, there's Christians that use excuses to drink. Like I had some idiot telling me the other day that Jesus used marijuana. There's nothing in the Bible about Jesus using stuff like that. He was blaspheming the Lord. But they are Christians now that embrace marijuana. It dumbs the brain. God told you not to stay away from foolish things. Just saying. I'm not telling you whether you should use it or not. I'm just telling you that that's what the Bible says. Stay away from foolish things. And even when you read Romans, he was still telling you, even though a lot of the stuff wasn't for, he didn't want to put the burden, Paul didn't want to put the burden on about a lot of the stuff that the Jews did. He told you to abstain from certain things. And it's those things they flood us with in Hollywood. He told us to stay away from. Sex, immorality, those are the things he told us to stay away from. Everything else you was free to do practice. You're supposed to stay away from all that stuff. Idol worship, worship of idols, those are the, out of all the things that the Jews had in their little Old and New Testament, the only things we were called to is stay away from some of the bad things. And they can even do they push the bad things. They push the bad things. Just saying. I was just reading the book of Acts and Romans the other day. And I was hearing what Paul, they had a dispute about it. Like they wanted to bring back the Jewish custom. And he told them, he said, I don't want to put these burdens on the Gentiles. But we need to stay away from those things that he deemed really bad, which is blood offered to animals of sacrifice and sexual sins and all that. And those are the things that we're supposed to stay away from. Everything else is free. You're freed from.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
These might be the guys who hit that other Where are our units? We need more.
And there's not really any difference from the Old Testament. A lot of people say, what's Old Testament? There's not really much difference between the Old Testament and such a New Covenant. But out of the New Covenant, those are the things that we're supposed to stay away from. The bad stuff.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room
The bad stuff.
below.
I'm not preaching anybody. I'm just telling you how that really is. The things they push the most are the things that you can tell it's an attack on God. Because the things that they obsessed with pushing are the things that he told us to stay away from.
Now give them hell.
You know, Paul was his appointed apostle.
Set up the buzzsaws. 2 on the sides of the panic room.
When Paul said it, you're pretty much getting it from God. If they literally got into a fight, they even split over it. Some of them split and went their own ways because some of them wanted to live with the religious rules. Paul didn't want to put the religious rules on everybody. Boy, I sure would be much better if I did that all the time. Just imagine if I spent as much time in the Bible as I do doing some of this foolish stuff. That's sort of what Rodney preaches on about not wasting your time. You see, if you don't know it, you can't quote it. You don't know it, you don't know what you don't know. And that's why you have to read it. You can still be a Christian, you can still be saved, but you'd be out here struggling. You don't have to. If you know your Bible, you don't have to struggle. You know how to deal with it. And I know I'm preaching to myself there. I'm preaching to myself now. Preaching to myself. That sermon's for me and anybody else that wants to hear it. If you want to hear it and you hear what I'm saying, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't want to hear it, just ignore it because it ain't for you. It's for me. Not trying to offend anybody. Just telling you it's for me. And anybody else that wants to hear it, if you agree with me, you're probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking. This will be people that watches it in the future. I don't even know if I ain't got no notifications right now. It's my computer's behind me.
Alright, that's that taken care of. Did good back there. Take advantage of it now.
I believe it was sexual immorality, idols, food offered to sacrifice of idols, There's another one. I need to get Romans back out and see what the other one. But the Christians at that time were getting into fights about it, especially the Jewish converts. They wanted to stick with the religious rule. They wanted to follow all the mandates and
Set up the buzz saws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
the holidays and all that. And Paul didn't want to put that on the Gentiles. And there's no difference between Jew and Gentile, by the way. Anybody's welcome to come to the Lord. There's no respecters of person.
Set up the buzz saws. 2 on the sides of the
He's not a
panic room
respecter
and
of
2 on the
person.
floor below.
I gotta get out of this game. I've got to get off, so I'll see y'all later. I'm probably just gonna have to quit and try later. Because I have ran around like I did the last time. Why is it so hard for me to find that room? You know, next time the mission pops up, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna eventually find that room. I have made it my mission. I'm gonna solve that room before it's all over. Oh yeah, that's. The problem is you get lost because it runs around in circles. It's like a maze. I'm already hungry.
2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
That's why I don't like these little thin. Do we have waffles today? They're making them so little. Have you noticed how little everything is? And back in the old days, it was blown bump. When you bought it out of the store, it was big bread. Big, and now everything's so freaking small. Starved to death on that crap.
Set up the buzz saws.
Oh, some
2 on the
steps.
sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
Pointing that way. Oh, it's in the next room. If I could just find that room above it. May just be the red room again.
Set up the buzz saws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor below.
A shield.
They retreated.
Set up the buzz saws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the
Oh,
floor
I'm
below.
sweat.
I see
Sweat.
one. We might be in over our heads.
I hate days like this when it's cold outside and it's hot in the house.
I see one of them.
I tell you, I hate days like that. Okay. Damn it, they're coming on me.
Set up the buzz saws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2
Those are the two books I'm dealing with though right now. It's Romans and Acts. I got on Acts a few years ago and I noticed some things too. So a couple of years back. I was even doing it on my podcast. That's how I learned that Rodney Howard Brown was right. When I turned on the book of Acts, everything he does is out of the book of Acts. Every bit of it. People criticize him. Even the way they made money. They would sell all their possessions and everybody had plenty. Not all their possessions, but you know, they would, if God commanded them to sell them, they did. They had extra properties, they sold those, and everybody was prosperous. Everybody was taken care of.
Set up the buzz saws. 2 on the sides of the panic room and 2 on the floor
Because I grew up not per se with him, because I didn't really know him. I did see him every once in a while. And I think some of those did mention him. They lumped him in with some of those other cuckoos. They really are some cuckoos, though. They lumped him in with them. But I didn't really know him until recently. Dude, I got to hearing him on InfoWars when he come on InfoWars. I wished I had a knew him though. But I guess God has a timing on everything. He knows when you're ready for something. Maybe I wasn't ready back then. Maybe I'd have just been like all the other idiots and said he wasn't real. When you read crack open the book of Acts, you'll see how real he is. Most of the stuff, they think, oh, the book of Acts, it ain't never ended. It won't end until he comes back. There ain't no difference today between now and the book of Acts. He ain't returned yet. He told them when they left in the clouds. He said, how you seen him, he's going to return. Why you standing there looking up in the sky? It ain't ended yet. The reason you don't have this stuff is that you had in the Acts is because you don't have the faith or the means to know how to do it. And that's what he's trying to teach you how to get it. Most of us have been preached to by yahoos that didn't know nothing about it. Or if they did know about it, that's hiding it from their people. Okay, I'll see y'all later. That's going to be it for me today.
I got more hunts for you, don't worry.